The dark side of online gambling. Understand the psychology and motivation to overcome it. My dear, a silent epidemic in Kashmir. In the past few months, 8 young lives have been lost in Kashmir due to online gambling related suicides. Some of these youths lost more than 50 lakh rupees, falling into a spiral of debt, anxiety and hopelessness. This is not just a financial crisis, it is a psychological and physiological crisis that is destroying families and futures. Futures, my dear. Today we will explore the hidden dangers of online gambling, the science behind addiction, and most importantly, how we can break free from this destructive cycle. How online gambling traps the brain. That's very important to understand. The psychology of addiction, to understand why young people are getting trapped in online gambling, we need to look at how our brain and body react to it. That is first to understand. Number one, the role of dopamine hormone. The quick reward system hijack. Our brain has a natural reward system that releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter that makes us feel pleasure and motivation. Gambling apps and betting games trick the brain by giving giving small unpredictable rewards which flood the brain with dopamine. This creates an illusion of success, making players believe they can win back their losses. My dear, what happens next? That is very important to understand. The more a person plays, the more dopamine is released and the brain starts craving bigger risks. Over time, my dear, the brain becomes dependent on gambling to feel pleasure, just like drug addiction. This is why gamblers keep playing even when they are losing everything. Number two, the stress response, my dear. The flight or flight trap. When a gambler starts losing money, the brain enters stress mood and releases cortisol, the stress hormone, my dear. This triggers the fight or flight response, making the person feel anxious and desperate to win back their losses. Instead of quitting the bet even bigger amounts, hoping to recover, this is called the chasing losses. This is called the chasing losses cycle. Unfortunately, most gambling platforms are designed to make players lose in the long run. Number three, the impact of mental health. When gambling addiction takes over, it rewires the brain. Leading to depression. The brain loses its ability to feel happiness naturally. Anxiety and panic attacks, the fear of debt and social shame creates constant stress. Isolation. Addicts withdraw from family and friends, feeling ashamed. Impulsive decisions. The lack of control leads to borrowing money, selling valuables, and eventually losing everything. This extreme mental and emotional pressure pushes many young people towards suicide, believing they have no way out. The harsh reality, real stories of loss in Kashmir. We have heard heartbreaking stories in our valley. Young boys full of dreams lost their entire saving in online gaming. Some took loans from family and friends only to fall into massive debt. When the pressure became unbearable, they saw suicide as the only escape, my dear, only escape. But let me tell you something. There is always a way out. No loss is bigger than life itself. No failure is final, my dear. Breaking free. A motivational path to recovery. If you are someone you know is struggling with gambling. Here is how to escape this trap and rebuild life. Number one, understand that the game is rigid against you. Online gambling platforms use psychological tricks to make you believe you can win. They control the system, ensuring that you win just enough to stay hooked but ultimately lose everything. The only real winners are the companies behind these platforms. Number two, stop the chase. Cut your losses now. Accept that you will not win back your losses. The more you play, the more you lose. Take the difficult but brave step. Quit immediately. Block gambling apps. Remove payment options and seek help from trusted family members. Number three, shift focus to real success. My dear, instead of looking for shortcuts, investing in real skills and opportunities. Learn a skill, graphic designing, writing, coding, or freelancing can earn you money honestly. Start a small business. Even a small business can bring steady income. Over time, engage in sports and fitness, my dear. Physical activity reduce stress and boosts mental strength. Number four, seek support. Where you seek support, that is, you are not alone. Talk to your family, a close friend, or a mentor. If you feel trapped, reach out to professional counselors or support groups. Remember, admitting a problem is the first step towards solving it. Solving it. Final words, my dear. Choose life, not gambling. My dear brothers, sisters, life is not a gamble. You are worth more than any money you have lost. Your future is not decided by an app, a bet, or a game. It is decided by you, my dear. If you are struggling, take a step today. Walk away from gambling. Rebuild your life. Find real success, not this artificial success. No loss is greater than the loss of life. No mistake is bigger than the opportunity to start fresh. You are stronger than this. Choose life. Choose hope. Choose a future worth living.